Tell me about the transportation bill and what's going to happen here.
You know, this is an issue I've worked very closely with Utahns to address, including the Utah Department of Transportation and the Utah Transit Authority. Our Utah leaders agree that a long-term authorization that grants both flexibility and also stability to address our state's transportation needs is a good way to go.
Well, Senator Orrin Hatch pushing some legislation that would repair roads and bridges, something he says is badly needed in the state of Utah.
Poor road conditions cost Utah families approximately $424 per motorist in extra vehicle repairs and operating costs.
They call it the DRIVE Act. It would provide increased funding for highways and bridges without raising any taxes. The act unanimously passed a Senate committee and is now on its way to the Senate floor for a vote.
Utah Senator Orrin Hatch was busy in Washington yesterday. He's working with the House of Representatives to pass a 3-month extension of the federal highway program. The bill gives Congress more time to negotiate a long-term bill for funding infrastructure across the country. Senator Hatch says he is working to ensure Utah's transportation priorities are part of the final package.
This legislation will give state and local leaders in Utah the certainty and stability they need to secure Utah's roads and bridges for the families and businesses that use them every day.
The Senate is expected to approve the extension later this week. The Federal Highway Trust was expected to run dry at the end of the month.
Senator Orrin Hatch is pushing legislation that would repair poor roads and bridges in Utah that cost drivers a lot of money in repairs.
The U.S. Senate approves a bill that would fund roads, bridges, and rails across the nation for the next 3 years. Now, the bill authorizes spending for 6 years, but it only pays for 3 of them right now. Funding comes from $45 billion in taxpayer money, as well as money from the federal gas tax. The bill got support and criticism from both sides of the aisle. Senator Orrin Hatch weighed in on today's vote.
And it costs more to keep playing around with it. It's better to do what we've done, and that is a multi-year bill for the first time in a long time, over 10 years, that really will work.
The House is now working on its own bill. That'll be heard in September. The 2 chambers will then meet to combine the bills before sending it to the president.